Ebusia former kwaba edeba Ghanatube so ensem a ekoso ewo omanimo onsa ebeka na sene amatena se amaja akonye se ensem a ekoso makwakwabwa ebi ano ede apa ebusia for ye ensem no entempa no yebeka kotie ensem no na yeba na matwaso ede amao.
President Akufo-Addo has been speaking on the subject at the opening of the 29th Conference of Parties, that is COP29 in Baku of Azerbaijan, including what the government has been doing to address climate change. He said there must be a consolidated effort to stop destruction of the environment to secure Ghana's.
We're determined to meet the Paris Agreement's goals across agriculture, transport, forestry, energy, and other sectors. We have made strides. The Green Ghana project has planted 50 million trees, and forest restoration efforts have covered 721,000 hectares since 2017 when I came to office. 13 mitigation actions have cut annual greenhouse gas emissions by 43% since 2021. Ghana's national electric vehicle policy, backed by tax incentives, promotes sustainable mobility, and our energy transition framework steers us towards a green future. Through Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, Ghana has mobilized $800 million US by trading carbon credits with nations like Switzerland and Sweden. However, we cannot reach our climate goals alone. We call on our global partners to honor their commitments, ensuring accessible concessional financing for sustainable development in Africa without unsustainable debt. As a father and a grandfather, I question what we will leave behind. What world will we leave behind? Our children's future hinges on our decisions. That COP29 here in Azerbaijan mark a pivotal shift from dialogue to decisive action. Let us act boldly, showing future generations that we fought for them.
Now, the Bekwai Circuit Court charged 6 persons involved in the assault of Joy News journalist Erastus Asare Donko and his crew with 5 counts of assault, stealing, and conspiracy to commit crime, among others. Environmental journalist Erastus Asare Donko and his team were abducted and physically assaulted by heavily built men working for Addo Resources Limited. 5 other suspects are at large. Love FM's editor Kofi Edudomfe was in court yesterday and has the rest of the story.
Accused persons who appeared in court include Felix Amankwa, Akwesi Frimpong, Frederick Afol, Joshua Ofori, Mumuni Musa, and Daniel Apia, all employees of Addo Resources Limited. They are between the ages of 23 and 52 years. They are accused of forcibly abducting Erastus Asare Donko, Majid Alidu, Edward Akun, and Nicholas Swanta, taking them to an undisclosed location, subjecting them to brutal beatings, and later abandoning them. The Joy News crew were investigating illegal mining activities at Manson Esumenya. Prosecution, led by ASP Lloyd Bedu, charged all accused persons on 5 counts of assault, conspiracy to commit crime, and stealing. All 6 pleaded not guilty to the charges. Their counsel pleaded the court to admit the accused persons to bail, arguing they have been of good behavior after a police inquiry bail. The prosecutor did not object to the plea. Presiding Judge Justice Isaac Apietu therefore granted the plea for bail with 2 sureties of 100,000 Ghana cedis, and for all accused persons to present themselves to the Manson Edubia police every Monday before the next court hearing. The case was adjourned to Friday, December 13, 2024. For Joy News, Kofi Edudomfe reporting.
Still on illegal mining, convener for the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe, has raised concerns over the silence of stakeholders, including organized labor, since the initial move by government to deal with the menace after labor called off their intended nationwide strike. Yes, more.
It hasn't. Tell me which of the enhanced things have started that you have been able to see that some results. Apart from when the military moved out and then they deployed and they got media people in there for one day. After that, what has happened? Nothing. So which one again? The court? Nothing. There are issues about LIS 2462. What? They have all the two of them who sat in parliament, the NDC and the NPP who sat in parliament to get that law, that obnoxious law passed. They have decided that they are more interested in where they will sit than how we will deal with these issues. Well, another thing that we're also planning of doing is to mobilize all the presidential candidates and then also the parliamentary candidates to sign on to that. Nothing has happened. So it is important that we also, as a people, we really wake up and say that, if it was your son, who had a fourth-year student from KNUST, just had to go and defend his thesis, and goes to fall into a pit and dies. Are you now going to say we should wait till the next election? If it's your daughter that goes to give birth to a baby with 4 feet and 2 hands, and then without genitalia, dies, and the postmortem is carried out, and in the bone marrow, the level of toxicity in that, would you be happy about it? This is the question we'll be asking ourselves.
Away from illegal mining, from tears of sorrow to tears of joy. That's the reaction of a mother whose daughter has been battling end-stage kidney failure from the age of 13. Today, she's overwhelmed with gratitude after CEO of Engineers and Planners and Jata Cement, Ibrahim Mahama, stepped in to fully cover the $25,000 needed for her daughter's kidney transplant. Yes, more.
So will I be on dialysis for the rest of my life? Or will I get someone to help me out of this? Or that will be the end of my life?
Rosemary Buedu shared her fears, wondering if she too would face the fate of others on dialysis.
When I hear that someone on dialysis has died, I ask myself, so will I also die?
Her plea resonated. Today, there's a brighter outlook. Her tears are now for joy, thanks to your support and the generosity of engineer Ibrahim Mahama.
Sanda Ibrahim said, "Ya my so that mean that dreaming say maybe say between everyone but my be a Dutch
Grace is no longer burdened by the weight of financial troubles.
That mean that it's me journalist me so me bomb by crowd me so no so and so that's me Addo nyam don nyanko pan sem pai bo and say me Addo pa kwai ba ho on so be free that season so abeka ni pa na to me akọ school and to me akọ school because na that akoma so say ko school NS be doctor.
This story is more than just one of financial relief. It is a demonstration of compassion. For Rosemary and her family, it is a renewed hope and a second chance at life. Emmanuel Juvenu's report for Joy News.
What can I say? Joy News gets results. Now another story.
Your ebusiafo ya wakotie ensem no aba mi gidi se utie ni ye pa. Ubetimi eja comments no ama mi. Ewo comment section na mejebore akenka ni nyina ede amo. Ansa na medesa edition beba ewiye na ebusiafo mention say na your first time I share me ewo channel we so a ebusiafo subscribe na hit notification bell no efa mama for more and quick updates. After remember we say obe like na wasan share ye videos ni nyina amaye Ghanatube so mo amodofo snowing ni sisi ade makram.